We've just made a massive update to the Resolve platform so that you have access to the data that you need when you're making important decisions inside of Resolve. We don't just want to save you time by avoiding change orders and rework, we also want to shorten your pre-con and coordination process by getting you the information that's important as fast as possible. So let's dive into the platform updates. First up, on our web dashboard, you can now configure your Autodesk Construction Cloud settings. What does this mean? If I go to the annotations page and I click on the settings button, I now have a panel where I can toggle certain settings on and off that were previously not available. So let's walk through those settings. For ACC, I can turn on auto sync for my model. This means anytime someone makes a Resolve annotation, it will be synced back to ACC as an issue automatically. By default, this is off, which means someone on your team goes through the annotations one by one and decides what to escalate to ACC as an issue. That workflow works for some teams who want control over what gets escalated and what maybe gets resolved before even going to ACC, but some teams just want everything so that everyone has visibility immediately. So turn this setting on if that's what you want. ACC also has this concept of published versus unpublished issues. By default, any issues that are synced via Autodesk's APIs are unpublished, which again means someone on your team would have to publish them for others to be able to see them. One little nuance that we discovered as people were using our ACC issues workflow is that unpublished issues are only visible by the author. And so that meant if you were a BIM administrator or a construction manager on your team and you wanted to see what people were pushing from Resolve to ACC, you couldn't until they published it. So you can turn this setting on to make sure every issue that is synced from Resolve to ACC is published. These don't both have to be on to work. You can have auto sync off, but publish on, and that would mean that you manually sync issues to ACC, but they'll automatically be published. And the last one has been a highly requested feature. When we sync issues to ACC, we were automatically defaulting to a single issue type and subtype. Now you have control over what gets published and how it gets published, meaning you can select the issue type and the issue subtype, and these are populated from your project's settings. So your administrator or you will be able to set these up so that issues are synced in a way that makes sense for your workflow. These updates are all about integrating Resolve as a full platform into your workflows so that you can discover issues quickly and then get them into your issue tracking pipeline and get them resolved as fast as possible. We're rolling these settings out to customers who have access to the full platform of integrations, who have deployed this on projects where these workflows are enabled. If you want access to these, please reach out to our team and we can walk you through everything that you need to set this up. Update number 2 is also on the web platform, and customers with access to our web-based Lightning Viewer can click on any model on their web dashboard. That model will then open directly in the browser using our Lightning Viewer and Wellington rendering technology, which is hands down the best way to review large models in your web browser. And now I can fly around the model. But what's new here is you can now fly around to your annotations. If I click on one, I'll go to it. And we've now got filters for all these annotations so that you can look at only ones that are active, ones that have already been resolved, or maybe by tag. We just want to make it easier for you, again, to get to the data that you need when you need it. We want to cut down the time and clicks that you spend getting valuable information out of Resolve. This next update is one that I have been waiting for a while, and I'm really excited to tell you about. You can now view ACC issues that were created outside of Resolve within the Resolve platform. It doesn't matter that they weren't made as annotations first and then synced back. So let's see how that works. If I open up ACC and open up one of my models in ACC's viewer, and then I go to the issues, I can make an issue here. Let's call this one a safety issue. And I point to the model and I say, this is a tripping hazard. Let's fix it. Okay, so I've just made an ACC issue within Autodesk, not even touching Resolve. And now I'm going to put on my MetaQuest, open up the Resolve app, and I will be able to see that issue along with all the other issues that my colleagues have made directly in the app, so I can jump to it, see if it's actually an issue, and then come up with a resolution with my team. So let's jump into VR. Okay, now I'm in the Resolve app for MetaQuest, and I'm going to show you how I can jump to that issue that I made in ACC directly from the Resolve app. So I'll go to Content, and then I'll go to Annotations. And now you can see that this window has been renamed Annotations and Issues. By default, it opens to the Resolve tab, which has all your Resolve annotations that live on our database on our platform. But now I've also got ACC, and I can click it, and you can see number 182, which is the one that I just made from my web browser on ACC, is there. And I can click it. There it is. It says external. This is a tripping hazard. Let's fix it. Number 182. And if I look to my left, our app portal opens up here, and I can scroll to the issue. I see all the fields that were accessible within ACC. I see the screenshot from ACC. The text is there, the status, the assignment. It's all there. This is a direct link to the ACC issues. Now, let's say you've gone through several rounds of reviews and you've made issues within ACC using the Navisworks ACC issues plugin and the viewer in general and the iPad app. All those issues are now accessible within Resolve as well, so that you can come in and review them with any stakeholders that need to make a decision, quickly teleport to it, see, hey, is this actually an issue? Let me try walking through this door. Oh, you know what? Yeah, especially here where there's a bunch of equipment. The last thing that I want is to walk into this area, trip, and get hurt by one of these robots. We're going to keep working on our integrations and add functionality like this, again, so that you have all the data that you need when you need it, whether it was made in Resolve or not. This is the platform where all the data comes together to help you make these critical decisions and find these things that you're not typically finding during coordination. Okay, one more thing. In the Inspect Properties menu, we also show our new layer hierarchy, which has every element in the model. Let's say I click on this piece of equipment, I get the information here, and I can then go and click on any element in the hierarchy, and I will get that data. You know, some of these don't have any actual data associated with them, but we wanted to give you a little more granularity in case the root element that you selected is not the one that has the right properties that you need. Sometimes, you know, when you import AutoCAD or SolidWorks models into Navisworks, the root node actually has a bunch of useless geometry, like just useless information, like the geometry data and the color data. What you really want is manufacturing information, fire rating, structural, that sort of information that is sometimes available further up the hierarchy. Now you can click on any element that you want to inspect it further in case the properties that you need are in there. These are just some of the updates that we've recently made to make Resolve more powerful. Of course, there are always bug fixes and improvements to the rendering and a lot more, but I wanted to focus on the integrations that are making Resolve a more powerful platform every single day. If you're an existing customer, reach out to us to set some of these new integrations up, or if you want to learn more about Resolve, head over to our website at www.resolvebim.com. Thanks for watching.